Okay, so we're here to talk a little bit about the idea that there is a difference between you and I, us and them, this whole idea of separation. We want to dispel the myth. So here you have a good old Canadian girl wearing a Texas shirt, and we have a nice Texan wearing good old Canada shirt. And what we really want to talk about in this video is there's this whole idea, we've been sold this idea that there's this disconnect between us, that we're so different. But let's talk about how we're similar, and let's shift that paradigm a little bit.
We both play baseball.
But I'm really good.
And we're really almost good. How's that?
We both like Mexican food.
Yes. And actually, I mean, I love Canada. Canada has amazing nature, really friendly people. That's about it.
Great maple syrup.
Great maple syrup. Great things made out of maple syrup. Maple candy. Maple, whatever you make out of maple. I like maple. Maple. So, I mean, to me, the real thing is that when people get into all of this, moral issues of right or wrong or who's better or who knows best, and they just get lost in that we're people and we're all connected. We're from all over the world.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of different flavor, and that flavor is cool. And I love Texas. Texas is my home, and there's a strong, independent leadership energy here that, is just, it's special. And you can tell me what you love about Canada.
Yeah. Well, I love the diversity in Canada. I love that we're very, we have a reputation for being really nice. Am I really nice?
Hey.
Yay? Yay? But what's really cool is that, here we are, you and I, we come together to create and to work together. And, initially you'd say, what does a guy from Texas and a girl from Canada have in common? How are we possibly going to work together and create something meaningful when we, on the outside, seem so different? But what we've really found is that we're aligned by values, and that we're our own independent people. So how does this play out?
Well, I think one of the things is that when anything gets your goat, in my opinion, it's not outside of you, it's inside of you.
You mean if you say something that makes me crazy? Is that what you... Is that get your goat? That's a Texas... That's a Texan
in the
phrase.
world. Like somebody... we know about the political situation, and you get into all of this stuff, right? And if it gets your goat, whose purpose does it serve to lose your sense of peace, or your sense of everyday joy, or your sense of friendliness? It's a division. And yes, we have different opinions and different things, and we don't know completely what the plan is, but everyone has their own piece to play and to live it. I'll be a Canadian for a day, you be a Texan,
So what do we do if we're in a space, because we've come to this space in our work sometimes where you see it one way, I see it one way. How do you come to a space of peace with that? There's a lot of division going on, and we're trained to look at the other person as the other. So can you give us some sense of how can we come to that space of peace?
To me, it's first and foremost, I value my peace. I value my state of mind and who I am more than trying to undermine something or I call it the pendulum paradigm. The harder you push one way, it's going to push the other way. If you want to find balance, find this place inside of yourself that you feel balance. If you're going to feel, whenever you're losing your balance, you don't overcompensate. You don't go running this way. You just relax and try to find the center of what this is, and things will sort out. We get involved in this game back and forth, right and wrong, left and right, conservative, liberal, on and on and on, and it's a game that both, everyone's being played.
And nobody really wins, right, in the end. Yeah. No, I love that perspective on peace. I want to ask you, is this a useful time to use the cleansing technique? If we feel like we're in a space where I've got all your energy and we're kind of, would it be beneficial to use cleansing
Not only
technique?
cleansing, but discerning. Is it in my best interest to get involved in some of this? I checked out a while back that it's not in my best interest to get involved in some of this political stuff. I'm here to do something that is very particular to my life. And yes, I will have an impact on the world, but it's going to be through my joy and my enthusiasm. It's through this. It's not through, being involved in all of the problems and falling down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and I wonder if just your clarity on your thrust is it helps with intention, right? Because
Absolutely.
if your thrust is really clear, then you kind of go, well, I know what my purpose is today. My purpose is not division. It's not to see what's different between you and I, but I have a greater purpose. I have clarity on my greater thrust in my life.
Yeah, and don't buy into the hype. There's a lot of media and there's a lot of things out there that want you to believe a certain way,
Right.
just for their own vested interest. If
Right.
they get your goat, as we
Yeah.
Texans say, they got you.
Got your goat.
Yeah.
Your goat. Thanks, Dennis.
Hi, Canada.
Hey, Texas. We love you. Bye-bye.